Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below. Your feedback makes our channel better. All right, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have predictions for 4 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Minnesota Twins and Cleveland Guardians. The Minnesota Twins are hitting the road for a pivotal matchup against the Cleveland Guardians, with a wild card spot on the line. Sitting at 80-72, the Twins have been teetering on the edge of postseason contention. Their recent play has been shaky, and with teams like the Tigers breathing down their neck, every game matters now. The wild card race is a nail-biter, and the Twins need to find consistency fast if they want to punch their ticket to the playoffs. On the mound for Minnesota is Simeon Woods Richardson, who's had an up-and-down season, to say the least. He's got talent, but his outings haven't lasted long enough to keep the bullpen fresh. Over his last 3 starts, his ERA has ballooned to 6.55, and that's not the kind of form you want in a game this crucial. With just 128 innings and 26 starts this year, he's put some serious mileage on Minnesota's bullpen. Meanwhile, Cleveland, holding a strong 88-65 record, will be sending Joey Cantillo to the hill. Cantillo has been solid in his limited chances, with a 4.99 ERA on the season, and a respectable 4.50 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's been able to log more innings than Woods Richardson recently, and Cleveland's offense has been clicking, scoring 4 or more runs in 6 of their last 10 games. When they hit that mark, they're nearly unbeatable, riding an 11-game winning streak when reaching 4 runs. The Twins have had a tough time against Cleveland this season, dropping 9 of their last 12 matchups. On top of that, Minnesota's offense has been ice-cold against left-handed pitching, hitting just 218 over their last 10 games. Cleveland, on the other hand, has been a bit better against righties, batting .240 over the same stretch. And let's not overlook the bullpens. While Cleveland's relievers have posted a 1.51 ERA over the last 10 games, the Twins' bullpen has been struggling with a 5.35 ERA. I've got to give the edge to Cleveland here. Woods Richardson has been shaky, and that's a major red flag when your bullpen's already gassed. Cantillo may not be a dominant force, but he's been steady enough, and Cleveland's bullpen is ready to lock things down if needed. Minnesota's struggles against lefties only make things tougher. When I look at the momentum, the home field advantage, and Cleveland's consistency, I can't help but believe the Guardians will seal the deal and take this series.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the New York Yankees and Seattle Mariners. The New York Yankees, holding an impressive 89-63 record, are gearing up for a crucial showdown against the Seattle Mariners, who sit at 77-75 and are still in the fight for a wild card spot. The Yankees have been on a roll recently, scoring 18 runs in their last 3 games. They've managed to score 4 or more runs in half of their last 10 games, and when they reach that benchmark, they've secured 5 consecutive wins. With games against the Athletics and Orioles looming, the Yankees are focused on cementing their lead and sealing the American League East title. On the flip side, the Mariners are battling to keep their playoff hopes alive. They've put up 10 runs in their last 3 games and have hit the 4-run mark in 5 of their last 7 matchups. When they reach 4 runs, they've won 5 of their last 6 games. However, their season has been slipping away, with a 10-game lead in their division evaporating, leaving them in a tight race for a wild card spot, with the Detroit Tigers and Minnesota Twins hot on their heels. Logan Gilbert will take the mound for Seattle, boasting a strong 3.24 ERA for the season. Despite his solid stats, the Mariners have struggled to capitalize on his performances, often losing in games he started. Gilbert has shown flashes of greatness, and if he were pitching for a powerhouse like the Yankees, he'd likely be in Cy Young contention. Unfortunately for him, the Mariners' inconsistent play hasn't done him many favors. For the Yankees, Clark Schmidt will get the start, and he's been nothing short of impressive. With a stellar 2.41 ERA this season, including a dominant 1.76 ERA over his last 3 starts, Schmidt has been a key figure in New York's rotation. The Yankees have thrived when it matters most, backed by a bullpen that's posted a minuscule 1.36 ERA over their last 10 games. Their lineup, filled with all-stars, has delivered in big moments, despite some struggles against left-handed pitching. Seattle has had a rough time when facing New York, dropping 9 of their last 12 matchups against the Yankees. Despite hitting .279 against right-handed pitchers over their last 10 games, the Mariners have found themselves on the losing end of too many close contests. Last night's base-running mistakes were another example of how small errors can cost them dearly, especially in the thick of a wild-card race. Meanwhile, the Yankees are only a game ahead of the Guardians for the top spot in the American League, so they can't afford to take their foot off the gas. With 5 wins in their last 6 games and a solid .276 batting average with a .360 on-base percentage against Gilbert in 76 at-bats, I'm confident the Yankees will come out on top. Seattle may have the home field advantage and Gilbert on the mound, but their inconsistency has me leaning heavily toward a Yankees win, keeping them on track for the division crown. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Boston Red Sox and Tampa Bay Rays. The Boston Red Sox and Tampa Bay Rays are set to finish their 3-game series this Thursday night, and I'm expecting a competitive battle between these AL East rivals. The Red Sox, holding a 75-76 record, sit in third place in the division, while the Rays, with a 74-77 mark, are breathing down their necks in fourth. After a tough 8-3 loss in the series opener, Boston is looking to bounce back, but Tampa Bay has been surging and is closing the gap in the standings. Cooper Criswell will be the man on the mound for Boston. Despite being moved around the rotation, Criswell has shown some impressive stuff lately. His season ERA of .398 is solid, but it's his recent performances that catch my eye. Over his last 3 outings, he's posted an excellent 1.88 ERA, proving to be a consistent arm in a Boston staff that's been lacking stability. What I like about Criswell is his resilience. After getting knocked around by Baltimore in mid-August, he's bounced back, showing he's not afraid of the big moments. However, he hasn't been going deep into games, which means Boston's bullpen could see action earlier than they'd like. On the other side, Zach Littell takes the hill for Tampa Bay, and he's been just as impressive recently. With a season ERA of 3.73, Littell has been razor-sharp in his last 3 starts, boasting a .240 ERA. Tampa Bay is one of those teams that doesn't need star power to stay in the mix. They're built on depth and a next-man-up mentality that has kept them competitive despite trading away some key pieces at the deadline. Littell has quietly been one of their most reliable arms, and his .315 ERA at home this season shows he's comfortable pitching at Tropicana Field. Now let's talk about Boston's struggles against Tampa Bay. Historically, the Red Sox have had a rough time when playing the Rays, especially on the road. Boston has only managed to win 8 of their last 32 games in Tampa Bay, and their overall record against the Rays isn't much better, with just 6 wins in the last 21 matchups. Offensively, the Rays have a slight edge, hitting .246 against right-handed pitchers in their last 10 games, while Boston is only hitting .229 in that same stretch. Combine that with Boston's bullpen, which has been shaky with a .540 ERA over the last 10 games, and Tampa Bay has a clear path to exploit those weaknesses. The season series is now tied 4-4 after Tampa Bay's win on Tuesday, and this game could play a pivotal role in determining momentum as both teams head into their final clash of the year. Littell has been strong at home, and Criswell, while solid, hasn't gone past 5-1-3 innings in his last 5 starts. That's where I think Boston could run into trouble. If Tampa Bay can knock Criswell out early, they'll get to face Boston's vulnerable bullpen, a unit that's struggled mightily in recent weeks. In my opinion, this game presents a golden opportunity for Tampa Bay to strike while Boston is down. The Red Sox have looked like a team ready for the offseason, and I believe the Rays, with their pitching advantage and bullpen edge, will take full advantage of Boston's recent collapse. I'm confident Tampa Bay will win this game, seal the series, and carry that momentum forward. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Washington Nationals and Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs and Washington Nationals are gearing up for a 4-game weekend clash at Wrigley Field starting Thursday. Neither team has much hope left in the playoff race. Washington is sitting in fourth place in the National League East, while the Cubs have fallen behind in the wild card chase. This game feels like a battle between two clubs with different motivations. Washington is already looking ahead to the offseason, while Chicago is trying to wrap up their year strong in front of their home crowd. The Cubs will send Javier Assad to the mound, and the Nationals will counter with Patrick Corbin. Corbin, a once dominant arm with a hefty contract, is nearing the end of his deal and hasn't been the same pitcher in recent seasons. His future with the Nationals is uncertain, as his performance has steadily declined. On the flip side, the Cubs, though not in playoff contention, are still determined to finish the year with some positive momentum. If they can maintain their current form, they could still finish the season on a high note. Chicago has shown some real resilience this season, refusing to throw in the towel despite their challenges. While last year's playoff run surpassed expectations, this season has been a grind. Injuries, particularly to pitchers like Justin Steele, have hampered their progress, while others, like Kyle Hendricks, haven't met their usual standards. Their offense went quiet for a significant portion of the year, which didn't help their chances in the postseason race. On the Nationals side, Patrick Corbin has had a rough year, and the numbers reflect it. He's carrying an ERA of 5.45 into this game, far from what the team expected when they signed him to a big contract. His struggles are particularly evident on the road, where his ERA balloons to 6.58. He's also given up 23 home runs and allowed 194 hits in 165 innings this season, making him one of the most hittable pitchers in the league. Meanwhile, Javier Assad has quietly been a solid performer for the Cubs, especially at Wrigley Field. He's done a great job of keeping hitters off balance and giving Chicago a shot to win when he takes the mound. Taillon has also had success pitching at home, with a 6.4 record and a 2.55 ERA at Wrigley. This game really comes down to the starting pitchers. Assad has been steady for Chicago, while Corbin's struggles continue. Chicago's offense, which is hitting .292 against right-handed pitchers and .273 against lefties, should find plenty of opportunities against Corbin. On the flip side, the Nationals' struggles against righties, batting just .186, could mean trouble against Assad. Considering the Cubs have swept all 3 previous meetings against the Nationals this season and Corbin's ongoing struggles, I'm leaning heavily toward the Cubs on the run line for this one. Corbin's decline combined with Assad's consistency at home makes me confident that Chicago will come out on top to kick off this weekend series.